Hello there and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. Playing a little bit more Subnautica, as you can see. So, if you follow me on social media, you will probably be aware that I put up a tweet which got copied to Facebook and all that malarkey yesterday, saying I've just lost an hour of recording of Subnautica because I was very, very stupid and managed to record an hour-long video.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thanks, perfectly timed. An hour-long video and not any of the audio. So, I did a bit of base building, is what I spent an hour doing last time. I was going to revert the save, because I do back up all my saves, because I'm not a complete idiot. So if I do make a mistake, I can always undo it again. I was going to revert the save and go through the whole base building process all over again. But then I thought, nah, let's not do that. I've done a little bit. It's not a huge amount, but I've done some, so I'll walk you through what I've done. And then we'll just go exploring, I guess, because I'm not really sure what else to be doing at the moment. So, first of all, we've got rid, if you remember we had that little cross-piece corridor bit right down here in the middle. We got rid of that. That is no more. We emptied out all the lockers, we deconstructed them, we took off the pipe from the top, which was entirely useless. So we learned afterwards, and we got rid of that. We got rid of all of the storage lockers that lived around the top here. If you remember, there's loads of storage lockers that were still littering all this. Got rid of all those as well. Let's go on into the Seamoth vehicle mod area. So we've got a few more things in lockers now, obvious. We've got our alien one with our cubes and tablets in. We've got science equipment, which is all that kind of useless, non-functional equipment that I've kept hold of for some reason. Tools are things like my fabricator in this. In fact, my fabricator can go in there. That's where all that lives. I've got a boomerang on me for some reason. Weird. Okay. So there's a few things here. There are a couple of these lockers I think I did just end up just smashing a bunch of stuff in because I had nowhere else to put it. We've got one dedicated to batteries because we have loads of batteries. So that's that. So I've moved the two models off of there, the Aurora model and the Bear model thing. I built a bin over here, which is where we got rid of the storage containers and all those little things. We can actually delete stuff now. We've got a little corridor coming off here into a nice empty room. At the moment, at least, this lovely empty room. This is where I am going to have, at some point, the grow room and the such like. Don't have any water on me, and I'm not doing well for water. That empty room is where I will have functional work-based stuff. That's the plan. So that's where I'll put things like my indoor grow pods or whatever they're called. Grow beds. Something like that. Let me just drink some water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
In fact, we're going to have to... Let's just make some more water while we're here, shall we? But I do not have the indoor grow bed blueprint at the moment, so I cannot make... Oh, thought I clicked that. Cannot plant my crops. So those Chinese potatoes and the melon thing that I picked up, they are currently rotten. They will probably, almost certainly in fact, be no good by the time I do get that bed. So... that's probably done and dusted now, which is a bit of a shame. We'll drink one more, we'll put two in there. We'll take out, we've got one fish on us, in fact, and we'll take out another boomerang. So there's nothing else at the moment to really put into that first room. I was considering building a whole new fabricator and first aid thing and radio, but then I thought there's not really much point, because we can't get rid of the escape pod. It will always be there. So, what's the point really in getting rid of it? So we have a second room as well. I built a little hatch here for easier access. We have the empty room there. Then over here, this is my living quarters room. So over here, we have a lovely bed where I can sleep to pass the time. I imagine heal as well. We built a desk and put our models on the desk. And we built a chair as well. Because if you recall, I read a while back that if you have a chair and you sit in it, you do not lose water or food. So if you need to sit here and go through a bunch of PDA stuff, this is where you would do it. And then I built an aquarium as well, just because I could, really. And I put two of each fish in, two floaters, or whatever they're called, two hoverfish. That's what they're called, not two floaters, that's a very different thing. Two hoverfish, two peepers, and two Garyfish. Just because I thought it's opposite my bed. So when I sleep, I can sit there and look at the big fish tank across the way and look at how pretty it is. So, that is basically all I did, and that took me about an hour last time. Did I have to go looking for stuff? No, I ran a little bit low on titanium, but not enough. I had to go... Oh, creep vines. I had to go looking for creep vines for something. So out of here, I'm going to take another water. I'm going to take one of these nutrition bars just in case as well. Oh, it does 30. That disinfected water. Interesting. Don't think I really knew that before. And then, because I looked at the stuff we can build, either in here or in the replicator upstairs, and there isn't all that much really we got going on at the moment. What we really need is the defensive add-on for the Seamoth, but we do not currently have a defensive add-on for the Seamoth. We cannot have it because we need something called polyaniline, which we do not currently have. So I'm assuming we need to go scanning some other stuff at some point to get some more blueprints. That's basically what we need to be doing. What I want to do very quickly, in fact, is hop on top of here. Right, so we don't want to go at the back of the Aurora because we know that that's a danger zone. That's an island, we've been there. That's an island, that's the floating island over there. So what I might do is head towards that, what looks like it might be an island but might not, so very northwest. So I might do that. What we need to do first is actually just put a lot of this other stuff on our... There we go, I'd like to have... There we go, perfect. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to go do a bit of exploring. So yeah, I did consider just redoing the whole base building exercise for you guys. But really it was a bit of me faffing around and not really just taking my time to figure out what connected to what and where I could put certain things. And I looked at a few of the upgrades. You can have like the hull upgrades and windows and that sort of thing. I did put a couple of foundations in. I did that after I built the first room, which is why they're a little bit off center, which is a little annoying because you thought if I built... On the side of here, I couldn't attach a corridor or a room directly to the side of this as far as I was aware. So I had to build a hatch and then a corridor to it, then attach the room to the hatch. I think that's why it's a little bit off center. But what I'll do at some point is I'll just build another platform in the middle. So even though it doesn't line up around the back here, it will line up all around the front. And I built those just to give it a little bit of structural integrity. So as you're building stuff, it tells you how much, how strong your base is, and the more you build, the weaker it gets unless you put on these foundations and hull upgrades and stuff. So anyway, enough blither blathering. Let's go northwest and see. Why has that really knocked me off center? That's so weird. I'm just going to pop into Oculus a second. There we go. It really was massively off center for some reason. Yeah, we're just going to go for a little wander and see if we can find anything exciting. So we'll head northwest. We'll keep relatively low so we can see if there's anything interesting. Couple of stalkers. We don't have any stalker teeth yet, but I don't think we have any need for any stalker teeth on the other hand. That's an infected big mouth. There is something in there. How much of a pain is that dude going to be? Maybe not too much. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, little piranha things as well. And obviously we've got all of these little things that are nearby, but it's just like I said before, just to clear them out of the way, just so we know that they're empty. Where did I put the Seamoth? Oh, there it is. And I had a brief moment of panic where I thought maybe the big mouth had managed to destroy it. Are they called big mouths? Am I getting that right? I've got no idea. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. So let's go see if we can find some other... The other odd thing we can do, of course, is we can just go looking for caves and stuff to explore. So that's some quartz. I'll take some quartz. I don't have any other upgrades on this. I don't have any additional storage on Seamoth Mark III at the moment. It only gives you a few, so that's why I didn't really bother. We're not really on a foraging expedition unless we come across something exciting. We're much more just on a wander. The main point, the thing I started with, the video that went wrong. If you recall in the last video you guys actually saw, not the one that I messed up, I was having a bit of a performance issue with Subnautica, and I had a bit of a realization, about halfway through, towards the end of the video, I had a bit of a realization. Did I ever scan one of these?
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I did not. No, not that. Ah, okay. Tree mushrooms. Interesting. Yes, we can't build the Cyclops. Anyway, what was I saying? We can't build the Cyclops. I've mentioned that for some reason. Power transmitter we've got. Mobile vehicle bay we've got. Yeah, so I was having some performance issues that towards the end of the video, I had a moment of realization that was to do with a Steam update which changed the default scaling options for all games. So what Steam did was they said they would examine your PC hardware and make a decision based on your PC hardware configuration what the default scaling should be for all VR games. So it looked at my PC, and mainly I guess my relatively beefy graphics card. Cyclops bridge, I do need more Cyclops parts. And it decided that all my VR games should have 200% scaling. Now that's quite reasonable for something maybe like Sirenta, which isn't particularly graphically intensive as that sort of thing. But Subnautica, where Subnautica does look quite nice, you know, you've got to give it that. It's not a bad looking game. You son of a bitch. It is a quite nice looking game, but it isn't very well optimized, which I've mentioned before. It is not a well optimized game. It doesn't run particularly well. So trying to run it at 200% resolution, I'm assuming I've been here. Let's find out. Was a little bit, yeah, that's open, that little data pad thing, okay. Was a bit of a stretch, really. It was asking a little bit too much. So I've disabled the Steam auto scaling thing, which it was doing. Like, I've disabled it for all games. What even was that? How did I manage to hit the wall? And then I'll just do it on a game-by-game basis if I think we can increase any scaling or anything like that. So hopefully, the reason I'm mentioning that now is because the game isn't running particularly well. It is in fact running absolutely terribly, and I'm actually wondering whether Steam has undone my scaling settings. So what I might do is just come to a nice little empty area where I don't think this is going to be attacked, because this is quite damaged at the moment. We will jump out, we will repair this. Is that the cut? That's the cutter. I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to check the Steam settings. So I'm just doing 22 frames a second, which is piddle poor. What's that plant down there? Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm going to save the game. Back in a moment. Hopefully we'll sort out these minimal performance issues we're having. Right, okay. I have made such a pig's ear of this video. Honestly, it's been crazy how much I've messed this up so far. So I've actually already done about like 20 minutes from this moment onwards. And then I was just getting towards the end of the video, and I just looked up and looked at the recording software and realized I hadn't pressed the record button because I'm an utter moron. So, I know that if we go down here, there'll be a little bit of ruby. And there'll also be those lovely mushrooms.
Oxygen efficiency
Yes, we know.
decreased.
So basically what I did was I went down here, I scanned some rubies, I scanned these deep sea mushrooms. I need these to make hydrochloric acid, I now know, or I will know now, which I need to make...
New blueprint acquired.
I wonder if I can put these in an external grow bed. And I need hydrochloric acid to make the polyaniline stuff. We have learned. There's also this blood oil. We need that for something, though I cannot recall what now. So down here we have these very weird looking big head octopus things that aren't entirely friendly, but don't seem to be able to really do much damage to me. So I am going to pop off a quick scan on him. And then there was, there's teleporter things around as well. The spinefish, I think we did already pick one up. Or picked one up in a previous recording.
New creature discovered.
So we'll grab that. Our inventory is now full. This is probably a bad time to look at my inventory. We need to head back to the thing. I think, oh no, those tentacle things I need to scan as well. And then I think we're pretty much up to date with everything that I pretty much did before I realised I hadn't done the recording like an idiot. So, uranite crystal.
30 seconds.
We will do that, but I need to really desperately get into my I'd forgot. I don't know why the sea moth, entering the sea moth's got a mouse control icon on it. So we will scan that. We will collect that as well. We'll drop something or other. Don't know what yet. Or just some titanium, right? Yeah, definitely some... Oh no, we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll drink some water. Then we'll grab that. So we do need to go into those tentacle things. We will pop on down there. So basically, I don't know if it changes the orientation a little bit. So I did a little bit of this. I went down here. As you can see, we're getting a little close to the depth limit of the sea moth at the moment. And it's just a big uranite cluster, I think, isn't it? I'm trying to just get away from the dangerous things for a moment. That's what I'm trying to do. If we go down here, maybe?
Maximum depth reached.
Too far, too far, too far. Yeah, see, they're not exactly friendly. I will scan this thing. Right, now I'm pretty sure that's everything we needed to scan. What is that? Creature egg. I wouldn't mind taking that creature egg if it's a small one. It's not. Okay, let's grab that titanium. Although saying that, I did see another ruby quite nearby. There it is. So let's drop that. And grab that ruby instead. Well, there's some of that uranite stuff. Shale outcrop? Gold. Oh, we do need gold, actually. Do need the gold to make hydrochloric acid. And diamond. Okay, this is a nice little area, actually, for these sort of minerals. As it turns out. Anyway. So I did this little bit of exploring over here. I was heading roughly northeast, as I'm sure you recall, in an attempt to find a little island to explore or something. Well, I of course found. Of course. If you recall that small Leviathan that I freaked out at a video or two ago? The glowy one? I think there's 2 videos ago, maybe one, I'm not too sure. At some point, there was a small Leviathan that I freaked out at. Well, that small Leviathan came back with a vengeance in its big old full Leviathan form. Ah, tree leech, I didn't scan that either. So yes, the big version arrived and hounded me. It blew up the sea moth. I tried escaping it again. And it continued to hound me until I... Hello, that's weird. Until it killed me. I tried getting a quick scan on it, but that did not work, unfortunately. This way, I guess. Where the hell's the base? That way, right. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. We're not going to sacrifice ourselves just because that's what I already did. Those look a bit interesting. Have I scanned those? No, I can't. So we now have stuff on us to make some whatever it's called, penaphenolin, whatever it's called, something like that, right? It's got to be close. And we need that. Hello. We need that to make the... I think the depth module upgrades. We need that to make the defense upgrade as well. There's a little entry just down there. Let's see it. Let's take a look. No harm, no foul, right? What have we got? What's it scanning? Office chair.
New blueprint acquired.
Is that it? That's a door we can cut open, isn't it? We can do that. Yeah, I missed this on the way over. I didn't really think there'd be... Thought all of the racks would be on the floor, and obviously most of them are going to be, so it's quite interesting they put one stuck on a outcrop. quite a nice touch. What's it trying to scan there? Something, a light stick fragment. Okay, that's interesting. Don't know what that is.
Print acquired.
Something else there. Light stick again. Tried to pick up something, but couldn't. Wonder if I can get through there. Pushed the torch out now, haven't I? I'm going to need to go back for some... Well, there's another thing out there, but I'm going to need to go back to get some oxygen first. And then we'll pop back in again. Oh, torch. Why didn't I put my torch on while I was in there? So that's just down. I don't think there's anything down there. Suppose we could have a quick look. No. Door there that we could open. We didn't before, but for now, let's focus on the way we already went. So there's nothing else in here. There's an empty battery charger. Another chair. Door that's locked and I can't see anything to repair necessarily. Ah, there's a door. It appears to be open. But it doesn't want to let me open it. Okay. I guess there's nothing here. What's this? Well, the propulsion cannon. Well, there's no point scanning it because we don't have any space to pick up any stuff. Does I just go back outside? It's very hard to tell. I think it does, yes. Well, we're running a little low on oxygen before we go into that room there. So let's go and sort that out first. I also have just genuinely no idea how long this video is going to be. I've started and stopped the recording so many times. I've left the timer going the whole time. I stopped it once, I started it again. So yeah, I don't really have any idea how long this video is. It might be 20 minutes, it might be 50 minutes. It's a bit of a mystery at the moment. A couple of doors I can't open. And there's another way outside. It's a shame. I was hoping for something a little extra then. Ooh, there's something there. Ooh.
New blueprint acquired.
That's interesting. Glad I got that. Been a shame if I missed that, wouldn't it? Okay, so I think that's about everything in here. So we'll take a quick scout over. That's the room we were just in. To make sure there are no hidden areas that we may have missed. Yeah, that's just the other side there, isn't it? I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, let's head over in this direction then. Most of the way home now. We really do need to build a storage thing for this and put on the beacon. Put a beacon in there, I think. We need the defense thing, and we're starting to get to the point really. Also something interesting. where we could really do with the additional depth as well. Oh, salt there. Like, I need salt to make something for the polyaniline stuff. Can't remember which one now. Something. There's no point in looking in those boxes because we have no space there for more titanium, which is probably what we'd end up with. So we should just ignore all that. We shall just head back to base. So at least I don't need to build the sea moth again. We do at some point need to rename the sea moth. I'll keep the third moniker, or suffix. But Brent did come up with some ideas to rename the Leviathan to make it a little bit less tempting of a target for the evil creatures that keep blowing it up. And also a bit more of a badass paint scheme as well. So we will do that at some point. I haven't forgotten, Brent. Obviously, if I was building a new one, I'd do that immediately. But luckily, for me, I guess, we don't need to do that. Here's our kick-ass little base. I was going to say there was legs on those things before. All right.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome to you. It's not the way I want to go. Where is there is? So, nothing new there. Deployable lighting, interesting. Oh, just the spine fish. We have one, so we'll cook it up, I guess. May as well. We have hydrochloric acid, we have benzene. Don't know what that does, but we have it. Oh, we use it to make synthetic fibres. Aerogel is gel sac and ruby. And there's the polyaniline, look. Gold and hydrochloric acid. So, what did we say we needed that for? Nothing in here, was it? I imagine we'll probably need it to make the Cyclops, but I don't think we have the Cyclops yet. I'll do it twice because we always do. No, still unknown. We do also have, there's no point I don't think of building the prawn suit till we have the Cyclops. We also have the Neptune escape launch platform to build at some point. So if we have a little bit of a surplus of materials, that might be a bit of an option. Right, so we need to get hold of some salt. That's what we need. Salt would be in the minerals. And we need to go with some of the stuff first, I guess. So let's drop... Is that full? That's full. Drop some of this titanium in there. Do making this minerals too, really, rather than a bunch of stuff. We do have some salt, that's good. Let's take out a whole bunch of salt. As much as we can carry. What we're doing. I think we have an egg, but nowhere to put it. We've got this blood oil. I could do some more storage containers. I think that's what I need to do. Maybe we should just do that. Build some more storage containers going around these walls, maybe. Where is my... I have no space whatsoever. Okay. So I need to get rid of something. Rubies. Where do rubies go? In here. And we'll put in as many blood oils as we can as well, which is that many. And then we have the gold, the diamond, the uranite crystal. Diamond and uranite is going to be a mineral, isn't it? Highly radioactive, so I probably shouldn't carry that around, I guess. Oh, let's eat that. Where's that diamond? There it is. On the quartz we can get rid of as well, actually. Now that I think about it. So in fact, that's cleared up a bit of space. Let's not worry about the storage things. I don't know how much time we have spare, really. So let's just go and make some hydrochloric acid. And once we have that, let's make some polyaniline. Cool. Now what did I need that for? Got no idea. Let's go find out. So common modules, the hull reinforcement wouldn't be a bad idea. Energy efficiency, not too bothered about that. Storage module would be nice. CMOS module. We have depth 1, the solar charger. The perimeter defense system, that's what we want. That takes polyaniline and a wiring kit. I don't know if we really need the sonar. But then what do we have in the modification station? We just go, I think we did through these last time, but maybe the one that I lost. We got that, we got that, we got that. We don't have that. So that might be an option. That's the Cyclops depth module. Ah, the Seamoth depth module Mark II. Does not stack, so you only need one at a time, I guess? Oh, because you need to use the Mark I. So for that, we need a plasteel ingot. The magnetite and the enameled glass we can do, but I don't know what a plasteel ingot is. Or kyanite. I don't think we have anything like that. Where is... Oh, we do. Titanium and lithium ×2, so we could actually do that. So we need a wiring kit. Let's get the Seamoth upgraded a bit before we finish. We need a wiring kit for that. And for the Mark II, we need a plasteel ingot and enameled glass. Do I have enameled glass? I don't have enameled glass. So I don't have everything I need to do that, but I can do a wiring kit. So let's figure out what we need for a wiring kit, shall we? It's none of those, is it? No. Wiring kit, just 2 silver ore, that's all it is. And we definitely don't have enameled glass for some reason. No. Okay. So just 2 silver will get us the wiring kit. Then we can finally get this defense system, which will hopefully keep us alive a little bit. Where is our silver? There it is. So we'll take that. We will forget entirely where everything is. We will make a wiring kit. What I might do since we're here is I might build some more hydrochloric acid. Just because we can. And then we can build this perimeter defense system. Awesome. And then my left stick, well, my right stick stopped working for a little bit there, which is a bit odd, but okay. So, let's put that in there. Awesome. So that will now ward off aggressive fauna. Is that, no, it's like a mark. I wonder if I thought it got dirty for a second. So, what else can we do? We could get solar charger. No, can't do enameled glass, can't do that. So the storage module, 3 titanium and lithium, takes 4 diamond for the hull reinforcement. 4, I don't even have 4 diamond. 3 titanium and lithium. So it'd be double that and 4 diamond to do that. I don't know if I already want to do that. I think we want the storage thing. Where's my minerals? We can just take a look at our diamond count. We only have 4 diamonds. So that would be all of our diamonds used up. Do I want to do that? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, why not, in fact? Let's just do it. We can always get more diamond, right? There's plenty more diamond in the sea. Let's take another lithium. And 4 diamond. So we want the storage module. And we'll take the hull reinforcement as well, please and thank you. I wonder if you can stack the storage modules. Doesn't say it's not stackable. So I wonder if you could. So we'll access the upgrades, we'll put the hull reinforcement in, and we'll put the storage module in, and there we go. We have a fully upgraded Seamoth. And we're dying.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So if we enter the Seamoth now. It doesn't say that it's got a
systems online.
More health, so I guess it just automatically just has more defense, I guess. Cool. Well, there we go then. I guess I will leave that there. Do we have to empty anything out of us here? What have we got here? Some salt. I had some salt and some of those mushrooms on us. So let's go put the salt over here in the minerals. We also need to put this blood oil somewhere. Oh, and the hydrochloric acid, saying that. So in fact, what we'll do, just so we're not faffing around at the beginning of the next video, let's build interior wall locker. Let's build some more lockers. Of course you can't run while you do that for some reason. It's a very weird angle if you put it there, doesn't it? But maybe we'll do that. Put one like in the middle. That's the wrong button. Where's the middle? About there? And put one over here as well. I didn't think I built that high enough. Just thought about that. And we can do the same up in these corners as well. And that'll give us... Oh, nope. A little bit more storage to play around with. So for that we need a bunch of titanium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't really want to, just want to keep them for metals and stuff, don't we? We want to try and keep them relatively sensible. So this one can have the oil and the mushrooms in. It's going to be like advanced natural materials, we'll call that. Nothing in there. So where's the rest of that blood oil? There it is. So let's take those out, and the gel sack, I think. Let's finish constructing these. And there we go. So they are definitely hovering in a very weird way off the wall, but that's how they want to build. That's how they want to build. So I'll put that in there, put the ruby in there as well. I'll put the hydrochloric acid in there and the gel sack. And that pretty much brings us back to normal. If we go to our tools, get rid of that. So what we need to do now is go and eat. I can grab another fish. Which I apparently cannot. Oh, they look big enough to catch. Apparently not. Made a foolish mistake in assuming that. And let's not worry about the other fish for now then. Let's just get ourselves fed up, ready for next time. That's what we'll do. So we'll cook not the bladder fish. Cook up a couple of peeps. And we'll make some water. Oh, I'll make some more water because I did pick up 3. And then we will leave that there then. So in the end, I think that was a fairly successful video. It was a little bit of a faff, unfortunately, to get there. A little bit of a mess along the way. But here we are, finally, and that's all that really matters, right? All that really matters. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, if you did, please do click the like button, that's always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, for whatever reason, you madman. And any questions or comments or anything like that, hints, tips, suggestions, hints and tips, anything you want. Leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I see them. Otherwise, don't forget we are streaming every Wednesday at 6 PM, so come along and say hello there. Or I'll see you next time in Subnautica, and of course, thank you very, very much for joining me.